If you're not going to if you're not going to use all of the onion in something else, chuck it all in. It's just going to add a little bit of extra flavor. So we're going to hit next. We are just going to chop that up. Now, who here hates chopping onions? Because I know I do. 3 seconds. And look how beautiful and fine those onions are. So we've chopped up our onions. Now, this is the part where it's going to say, let's saute. And this is where I am going to add in. So it's saying scrape down and then add in your butter and your oil. So I'm going to add in 40 grams of butter. Close enough. We're going to mark that off. And we're going to add 40 grams of oil. I'm only going to add a little bit because I'm actually going to add my bacon into this step. So I'm going to put my bacon in and I'm going to quickly just zip out of my recipe because if I go down here, it says saute for 3 minutes at 120 degrees. I actually really like to use our browning mode here because it's going to get that nice crispiness of the onion, but it's also going to really caramelize that bacon. So I'm going to hit intense and then I'm just going to go down to 3 minutes and do my 3 minutes here. So while that is sauteing, we can jump back into that recipe and you can actually see here what I need to add next. So you can get everything ready, but yeah, jumping out is just going to give it that extra bit of caramelization, which I really, really love. Now, who here has been using the high heat on their thermomix? Because it's one of my favorite added functions, being able to jump in and caramelize onions, caramelize bacon. I always do my mince in there. So being able to do it completely hands-free is something that I love. So it is absolutely one of my favorite features. But yeah, that's it. I think we might jump back to Tracy. Was it for you, Trace, for a chat on some offers? Where are we?
You can do that if you like, if you've got it all up there.
Oh, yeah, perfect. So I was
if
reading.
You've got it in your head.
I've got it in my head. I know. But I was reading someone before they popped in the chat that yes, right now you can actually add a second bowl on when you purchase your TM7, which is absolutely amazing. And the best thing is it's actually $149, normally valued at $429. So it is an incredible saving. If you've already purchased one, I know it's so annoying when these offers of bundles become available, but we also do have it as a host reward. So you can jump onto one of our cooking classes with a couple of people and that can qualify to get you a second bowl. You can reach out to a consultant and organise an in-person or a virtual demo, and that will also get you your second bowl. And the cutter is also available there as well. But the other bundles that we've got at the moment is, so the second bowl for $149, and then our other bundle is $99 3-year additional warranty. So that means you'll get 5 years total and an extra blade for your bowl. Or if you want both for $200, you can actually combine them, which is incredible value. It's valued at $708 together, but you can get it for $200. So you're actually saving yourself $508, which is pretty cool.
Love that. Thank you.
But I'm going to jump back here. Now, my intense browning is pretty much finished. I got 15 seconds, but I'll stop it because we can just skip. And if you could smell the smell that was coming out of my kitchen, you would understand. So it's really got that nice browning. Oh, you can't see, I'm getting rid of it. Oh, on the bottom. So because there's a lot of butter in there, it's not going to get that real deep caramelization, but it's going to get that intense heat that's going to really cook the bacon and the onion in that butter and oil. When you're doing onions by themselves with a little bit of oil or mince, you will find it will get those nice brown bits on the edge. So I'm going to jump back up the top here. So we sauteed my onions. I'm now going to add in my rice. So we're going to do 320 grams. Now, who here has ever made risotto at home and you are constantly stuck at the stove, stirring and adding in stock, and it still ends up crunchy or overcooked? So again, that's just going to saute now. Now you can see at this step, it says 3 minutes, 160 degrees. I could change that to intense if I wanted to in this step, but I'm just going to keep it as gentle. So that's going to saute for another 3 minutes. So I'll jump back to Tracy.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm just sitting here like, hello. I think we are actually going to Ash.
Oh, perfect. Sorry about that, guys.
That's okay.
Hello, everybody. Sorry, I was unmuting and adding the spotlight, but I am Ashley. I am a consultant and team leader in the southeast suburbs, based out of Pakenham, and I have a couple of sides to be doing tonight, which I'm really excited about. When we talk favourites in the Thermomix, something that I absolutely love are how quick and easy and fresh salads can be. Now, I know it is winter, but that will then be a part of my dinners and my lunches for the kids tomorrow. So I'm going to tilt it down to my Thermomix, and we're going to start with our beetroot salad. Who on here has done all your quick chop salads? These are my favorite because they're so versatile and flexible. I'm going to start. So the first thing we're putting in is our raw beetroot. Now I have got everything roughly chopped here to start with. So I'm just going to place that in. We will see, I haven't weighed things as near enough is good enough. What are we at? Oh, 420. It's automatically recognized as it's in the green zone. Our next step is carrots. The beauty of this is as well, you can chop and change, you can add broccoli, anything to suit your family. So I've added in our carrots. We haven't quite hit the amount, but that's okay. We've got red onion. Now I haven't prepared the apple, but I will put that in now. The apple just gives it that little bit of sweetness. So our next step, it's also asking for fresh herbs. Here you can add or chop and change if you don't have them, put a little bit of dried. If you don't like it, also leave it out. This is where you can absolutely add what you wish. I'm just going to roughly pop that in. The next step is olive oil. I'm actually going to leave this out as we're going to be having it tomorrow. And the beauty of these recipes are they are self-dressed. So I will add a little bit of flavor to that tomorrow. And now a bit of lemon juice. I'm actually just going to pop a little bit of lime as I don't have lemon, and that is how we cook with a Thermomix. So you add in what you have. And the next step is salt. These are our salt and pepper grinders. These are my absolute favorite. All right. Is anyone making coleslaw, any of the broccoli salad or the traffic light? There is so many quick chop salads on Cookie Do. So our next step, we are chopping for 2 seconds on speed 5. That sound is so much nicer on the 7 than the other machines, but you can have a look in here and see how your family likes it. Now, I definitely would go a tiny bit longer. That way you can really, you don't want it too fine, but this is where you have the complete flexibility. So what does it say? Scrape down the bowl and we can chop for another 2 seconds. I don't think it needs another 2 seconds personally, so I am just going to, oh, sorry, let me set as current step. I am only going to do it for 1 second and check it again because sometimes it can be too fine. I love the power of the chopping, whether it's adding hidden veg in dinners or a quick salad, knowing that you can just whip something up is me just scrape that down and have a bit of a check at the consistency. But to me, that is perfect. 3 seconds. Tomorrow, I will actually make a bit of a dressing. I might do a little bit of mustard and olive oil. Once again, completely up to you as to what flavors you are wanting to add into it. But that was in a couple of minutes. Imagine chopping that all by hand. And this is where you can absolutely add in the flavors you like. You don't have to dress it today. You can do anything else that you like. Are we jumping straight in, or have we got a little bit of time?
I can jump to
'Cause I am
mine
on
if you would
to
like
Yep.
if you would like time, because I know you did ask earlier. So
Yeah. Well,
we
I
can go back to me because
don't actually need to.
mine's ready. So you can
All
get
right.
yourself sorted if you like.
It's a straight bowl swap, but that is totally
Oh,
fine.
I thought you didn't have. Oh, okay. Anyway,
No.
well, bad luck. You confused me
Yeah.
earlier. All right. So our cauliflower rice is cooked beautifully. I didn't see before. Is anyone cooking cauliflower rice, or have you tried it? You haven't tried it yet, keen to give it a go? Pop it in the chat box. Let us know. Okay, next. So now we're just going to add the coconut cream. I'm going to take actually I might leave the whisk in there. It should still be all right, but I'll just give you a quick look. So you might have noticed earlier that the tandoori paste looks a different color to that in a jar. However, once you've put it in and it's started cooking, it does then get that beautiful sort of tandoori color into it. Okay, so coconut cream, we're adding 90 grams. If you've put a lot of chili in or extra chilies, which I skipped, and you have someone that, doesn't particularly like spicy food, so say the kids, you could dish up the adults first and then add more coconut cream for the kids so it's not as spicy. Okay. That's about it. Mine won't be too bad. This is not very creamy. I literally just bought it. Mine's not too bad because I haven't added much chili in it. And of course, I made my own tandoori paste, so I could control the level of spice in that as well. Actually, this recipe, so I'm going to go to next, stir to combine. So we'll take that out because the blades, I'm going to do the open lid cooking now. So the blades aren't going to turn. So my chicken is going to be fine as it is. So I'm just going to stir that around and splash myself in the face and then just go to 3 minutes. So this is now using the new open lid cooking mode. Okay, so you can see the timer is counting down. This is actually cooking now. So those people who, used to have people who were like, oh, but I love to cook on the stove, stir it around, have a taste, adjust the tastes as we go, or love to have the lid off for reducing sauces and things like that. You can now do this. It is a function, feature in your main screen. Okay, so think pastas, spaghetti, those sort of things. So I'd also love to know if you've tried the open lid cooking, what do you think? So the blades are not turning with this recipe. So every now and then I'm just going to come back and give it a stir. Now we were crossing, because we've totally ruined our run sheet now. We were going to cross to Alicia because I know that Alicia loves to use the open lid cooking for pretty much most of her recipes. So I was going to ask her about that, but we are going to cross back to Ash for her lava cakes first so that they're ready in time. And then when Alicia comes back for her risotto, you can ask her some questions if you like, or she can give us a few tips on how she uses the open lid cooking as well. Most of my dishes, I'm more of a person, I like to just set it, it stirs itself, I walk away. That's the kind of cook I am. So I only use it for this recipe and the creamy what's it called? Marry Me Chicken Pasta. So yeah, Alicia will be able to give us some more hints and tips on that. Let's go over to our delicious chocolate lava cakes. Oh, you're on mute.
I realized that again. All right, I am very excited to make these ones. It's definitely one of the favorites, except we're doing it a little bit different this time. There's quite a different couple of recipes you can do, but let's start with adding in our chocolate. So it's 200 grams of dark chocolate and milk chocolate, which I have prepared here. Now we are about to do one of the loudest things you can possibly do with a Thermomix, which I'm sure if you are an owner, you are aware of what they are. But we are going to chop down some chocolate. So 5 seconds on speed 6.
So we did have Alicia just commented in the chat that she does some broccoli with the cauliflower as well. So that'll be delicious. I haven't tried that, so I might give that a go.
I just had my family staring at me because I jump scared them with the sound. But
Oh.
in those 5 seconds, we are down to a very, very light chocolate. And we are next going to add in, I'm just scraping those sides down. We are going to add in our butter. All right. Has anyone made any of these recipes? You've got your molten on cookie dough. You've got your lava in the large one as well. So when that recognizes, I'm going to pop my lid on and we're going to let that melt for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. While that's doing that, I'm going to show you what the first part of this recipe was. It was actually to prepare our Varoma ramekins. Now, these are new to us. They are currently a host reward. They sit beautifully in there. You can do eggs, you can do, oh goodness, lots of things. You can put them in the fridge, do some overnight oats. They're just beautiful little jars with your lids. So they are usually, I think, 70 or 80 on the mix shop, and they're now free if you host a qualifying demo with 2 guests. So whilst that is going, I'm actually going to tap out of here and talk, not out of that, sorry, go back to our recipe. I want to go back to, why is it doing that to me? I want to go to the collections and go through a little bit of searching. If you do have something like your Varoma ramekins, you can actually be searching via the collection and seeing what else you can be utilizing with that. Well, you can see our color is changing here. All right, what have we got? 1:20. Another great thing that I am loving with my TM7 is actually the ability to be able to lift my lid at any stage. I'm not sure if you can see my screen. You can actually see that it is unlocked. When I can lift that, I can just check in and it's going to automatically recognize and restart again when the Thermomix is ready. So there's no more waiting for that 15 seconds to undo your machine, and you can add, depending on your recipe, whichever flavors that you are wanting. So our next step from here, I'm going to start grabbing some things and utilize those smaller cook times to be able to prepare and get out our next ingredients. So we've got eggs and flour. I'd love to know, what is everybody's favorite desserts? What is the go-to when you've got people coming over? Because this one in our house, where there is I haven't done them in the little Varomas, but you've got your molten lava cake and takes 5 minutes to prepare and straight in the oven. But I'm looking forward to trying these with I've done the steamed carrot cakes. That's another beautiful dish, and your sticky date in your Varoma.
I love the sticky toffee pudding, so similar to sticky date. And I wonder if I made the other in our last cooking class actually surprised me. I can't recall what it is at the moment, but it was delicious and it was really good for lunchbox snacks as well. I'll have a look and then I'll pop it in the chat.
All right, that is perfectly melted in there. So we are going to add in 5 eggs. And then we're going to add in the sugar. I'm not going to look at how much sugar because I'm not one that cooks with a lot of sugar, but it's a dessert and that's what we love.
You
Tick
can
that one off.
decrease it if it hurts you too much.
It's going to be feeding some teenagers, so that is totally fine. And we're going to add the flour. We're going to go next. So that is going to mix for 20 seconds. This is the beauty of 2 bowls. Yesterday I did, what did we make? Scrolls, pizza doughs. What else? There was about 5 things for the lunch boxes, and just being able to swap in between 2 is so helpful. I might even, depending on how dirty this machine is, might chuck some milk in it and give it a bit of a stir through and see if anyone wants to have a little bit of a milkshake. All right. Divide the mixture into your Varoma ramekins. So I am going to, oh, yum. I am drooling looking at this. I'm just going to scrape that down and stir that little bit of flour. All right. So guys, all right, let me just stir that little bit in. I'm going to just roughly pour that. It's a beautiful way to do that on camera. Probably not much, but let's just, you can see how thick and beautiful that is. And after this, what we're going to do is it will steam. I think it asks to use the kettle mode on the Thermomix and boil, but I've actually, to save a little bit of time during this recipe, I've just pre-boiled the Thermomix, not the Thermomix, the kettle. I'm trying to concentrate. My OCD is next level with quantities. Yeah. So, yeah. All right, we are getting there.
Oh, some cheesecake. What else? Other ideas have we got?
Oh,
sticky date and New York cheesecake with strawberry sauce. There's
a mango cheesecake. Oh, as in the go-to desserts.
Yeah, go-to desserts. Now I feel like cheesecake.
Yum. I know. I always feel like cheesecake. All right, so cover those ramekins. So we've got these lids that will sit just on top of each of them. I will come back and do that. Our next step is clean and dry the mixing bowl. That we are not doing. I have got my rinsed one from the beetroot salad. Let's go and grab some boiling water. What's it asking for? 400 grams. All right. That'll be fine. All right, let's go next. We are going to skip that because I have actually already heated it. So I am going to pop this on. Oh, nearly just had some kids running through. I'm going to pop more Varoma on top. Just going to lift this a little bit higher. And from here, we're going to secure the Varoma lid and steam for 20 minutes. So I'm just going to pop on the remaining of our lids and then continue on with steaming it for 20 minutes.
Amazing.
That was only really 5 minutes and we've got dessert on.
Awesome.
And over to you guys. I'll come back when this is looking ready.
I'm going to go back to Alicia if she's there. There you are. I think you're on mute still though before you start talking.
Hello. So while Ash and Tracy were just doing their cook, I did just go through a couple of steps. Don't want to keep you guys on here being bored just watching me pour a little bit of wine in. But the step that I did was we just added some wine and then I cooked off the wine with the rice and then just added in my chicken and my mushrooms and the water. Now, with a mushroom risotto, the best mushrooms to use are like your brown mushrooms or your sort of like unique mushrooms rather than your white button ones. They don't actually have a whole lot of flavor. So I've used brown mushrooms tonight. I find that they're the nicest ones. You can actually taste them when you're eating them. But I've added my chicken in and I've put it on for my cook. Now it's cooking for 13 minutes and I've currently got 7 minutes left. Now, the best thing about cooking a risotto in a Thermomix is it's completely hands-free once you get to this step. You don't have to be there. You don't have to be ladling in stock. You can go and do other things that you want. And also it's so much quicker because the heat is coming straight up from the bottom and it's cooking evenly and stirring at the same time. It's actually quicker to cook in here than it is on the stove because you're not waiting for that constant absorption of the stock. So the stock that we use is our stock concentrate. Now, if you guys are Thermomix owners and you haven't made this yet, I highly recommend going to make it. It is in every dish. It is complete flavor bomb for everything that you make. It compares it. I can't even compare it to store-bought stuff because it's actually incredible. Now, the best way to do it is when you're making any dinner and you've got the tops of your veggies, chuck them in the freezer because that's going to create the base of your stock, and it's actually almost going to be $0 because that stuff normally would be in the bin. So a really good tip there just to save some money. I am a big money saver, so I love all those little tips. But I'm going to bring you down to this screen because I think, we've got a really big campaign going at the moment where you can trade in an old Thermomix and get some money off, and you can also trade in an old appliance and get some money off. So really the only way to get a discount right now is by trading in something, which I think is pretty incredible. But just looking at this screen compared to all of our other models, you can see that it is completely free flowing. So I can see exactly what's coming next. I can go and look back. There's no having to press next. Like Tracy was saying when she was making her tandoori paste, all your ingredients are here for that step. There's no next way. Your scales are here. Your digital twin's here. It's showing you exactly what you need to do. It'll tell me that my lid's off. It's going to tell me that my lid's back on. It's going to continue cooking. So another really good thing that Ash said, under speed 2, you can take that lid off. So I can take that off and see, oh, yeah, that's good. Maybe I want to add some more, bits and pieces. I don't have to wait for it to unlock, which I really love. And then even back in your cookie dough, your screen is a lot more engaging. You've got all your steps. You've got your tips down here. So it will literally say down here, if you want to add chicken, what to do. You can add notes and then you can see where it's coming from. So for those of you who have older models, you guys, is there anything you want to know about the new TM7 that's, might help you decide? If you don't have a Thermomix, what would you like to see? Because we're going to have some time in between cooks, so we can definitely run through a little bit of the screen and what it can do. If you want to know any questions, so please add them in. But my cook time is, I've got another 5 minutes up here, and then after that 5 minutes I'm just going to let my risotto sit in the bowl. I will mix in some spinach and then I'm going to let it sit. So if you notice that it's quite watery after that 13-minute cook, please don't stress. When it sits and it cools, that's when it actually thickens, and the rice will, you'll get that really thick, creamy risotto consistency. It won't overcook. So most of the time you don't need to extend the cook time. Just let it do its thing and let it have a rest. But I'll jump back to you, Tracy. I would guess that you're probably almost ready.
Yes, I am. I'm actually just sitting here eating some. I have not eaten dinner yet. Whoops, I thought I put myself on spotlight. Awesome. All right, so I'll show you in the bowl first. Okay, so you can see, so I think I have taken some out, but I did about 600 grams of chicken. I think the recipe was 500. You could definitely add more. So if you are cooking for a larger family, you can definitely add more sauce and more chicken into that. And I think I showed you our cauliflower rice once it was cooked there. If you find, obviously I only used half a cauliflower, so if you find it's not cooked, you can just add it for longer if you wanted to. If you popped it in a thermoserver or something, it would also keep cooking for longer as well. But here we have, I'm just going to put my screen down a little bit, our coconut chicken curry with no additives or preservatives or any nasty ingredients. Now I'm just going to get my thermoserver. Let's have a look. This rice was cooked probably 2 hours ago. So I'm just going to see if it is still hot or not. I don't know if you can see that steam, but this is the rice from earlier, still beautiful and fluffy. And you can see that steam. That was made at around 6:30 and it's been in the thermoserver since. This is the new thermoserver, which is a host reward. I think Ash might have spoken about it earlier. So if you don't have one, even if you just come along to one of our next classes, we will be doing a class again next week, I think, Ash, are we? And if you bring 2 friends along, you can grab yourself a thermoserver. But yeah, awesome. I absolutely love the new thermoserver. I haven't got the little silicone bit that will hold the lid on, so perfect for traveling. So if anyone has the old thermoserver where the lid does not stay on, and if you've been like me where you've taken it somewhere before and then it fell off and whatever it was that was inside ended up all over the car, you will know that this one so much better with the little thing to keep the lid on. Now, I was going to ask a question I totally forgot, but Ash, is yours ready yet or not? Not quite. So do we have, I'd love to know, because we do have a fair few new TM7 owners on. If you had a previous model, I'd love it if you could share with others what it is that you are loving about the Thermomix. And, you know, I mean, my favorite thing is the silence and things like that. But if you could share, because obviously we can go on about it as much as we like because we're consultants, but to hear customers talk about it, I think also really helps those that are trying to decide on whether they invest in a Thermomix or upgrade their Thermomix. Now, while we're talking about it, this is a really bad view, but sorry, this is my house here. While we're on the subject, if you wanted to try and earn your Thermomix, or if you already have a TM7 and absolutely love it and have been talking to your friends about it, you could always come on board and join us. Now, don't be freaked out about, you know, I don't want to have to get on and do this. Absolutely do not have to, but 7 years ago, I would have been a lot different on this camera than I am now. So everything I've learned is because of being a consultant. So if you do, you know, just want to jump on, try and earn some extra income, use your machine more, learn lots of hints and tips, sorry, you can jump on board and become a consultant and earn amazing incentives, awesome income. This year alone, Ash and I have been, I think Ash went to Whitsundays. I was not at the Whitsundays, but also been to Queensland. We got back from Rome not long ago, which was amazing. And we are headed off to Singapore in a few weeks. It's weeks countdown. I mean, it's in 1.5 months, but we'll go with some weeks. So if that's something that you've been thinking about, maybe you haven't been thinking about it, but you'd like some more information, please yell out, let us know, send us a message, reach out to your consultant. Yeah. So what have we got here? Also how quiet it is and the bowl's not hot. So much easier to use. I've been a Thermomix user for 14 years. Love the big screen, cook with the lid off, the large screen. Awesome. So yeah, you can take your bowl off at any angle and using two hands. So if you are someone that struggles with wrist or hand injuries or weakness, this is a lot easier to use. And if you don't have a thermoserver at the moment, you can keep your food in here to keep it hot as well because of the insulated bowl. A lot easier to remove your blades as well. Guys, just let me know if your dishes are ready.
Yeah, I am at about that 9-minute mark, but I'd say the biggest thing for me would be how much more user-friendly it is. There's no more delay or lagging, or even my siblings, they are teenagers, they get in the kitchen with confidence and able to use it as it's more like a mini iPad. There's no more tapping next, next, next. We're just swiping the way we do with our everyday life. So I would say the biggest thing for me, someone asked me the other day, actually, they said, can you search recipes on your Six as well? And I was like, no. And I go, wait, yes, you could. You absolutely could. But I would never have done that because
it's
it
so
does
much harder
take
to
5-10 seconds for it to load. Whereas on my phone, I can just quickly go for it. Whereas now I'm genuinely using the 7 to actually search and play with, save recipes, add notes on the machine. Whereas that is not something I would have ever done with my 6. It's funny when it was my answer to that question. I was like, no, you couldn't. And I'm like, no, you absolutely could.
Just
it was,
harder.
It's
so we
just,
also have in the
user-friendly.
chat, found it so easy to use. I've only had it since Thursday and cooked so much already. I'm a crap cook and it makes me feel like a professional cook. Basic instructions, easy to use, no arms. I hated the arms on the TM6. Oh yes, the cleaning of the arms, like nightmare. I still have a 6 on my bench. The kids use it. And it just drives me crazy with cleaning the arms, whereas the TM7s is like wipe clean. Going to be good for my kids to become so much more confident and skilled in the kitchen. Love that.
I think
Alicia,
we've forgotten as well. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Another thing that is the live monitoring time on your phone. Like being able to see how much longer is left while not in the kitchen, I feel like is another massive game changer.
Yeah, I do love that as well. Just before my phone was going off, so I was able to stop the machine. I do have it set for it to stop after 10 seconds anyway, but yeah. So those of you who don't have a TM7 yet, is there anything you would like to see on it while we just wait for our cook time? Clearly did not work. I thought we were going to be running out of time, so apologies. We probably could have thrown in another dish there in the meantime. But yeah, if you've got any questions, now's the time to ask. I can't see where Alicia is. How are you going over there?
I'm here. This is resting, but I do actually have a dish that I'm going to whip up.
Okay, awesome.
It's going to take 5 seconds, literally, and I want it for dessert. So that's why I thought, you know what? I'm going to show you guys. It's super quick. Let me get my cream.
Oh,
you did the wrong
Oopsies, I did the wrong one. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Where did Alicia go?
Get rid of you.
There we go.
I'm back. I'm back. I feel like dessert. So I am going to make a Milo mousse. If anyone has not made this, I am telling you right now, go and make it. It is super quick. It's delicious. It makes so much. I'm actually just going to make half a batch because I don't need a container, although my sister-in-law down the road would like some. I personally don't like the chocolate chips in mine. I don't like the texture. I just like the moussiness of the Milo and the cream. So I'm skipping the chopping of the chocolate. So I've got my cream. It's straight out of the fridge. I've got my butterfly. This is literally the quickest like dessert that you can make. And I can't even open my milk container, my cream container. Ooh. Here we go.
While you do that, Alicia, I love today on your stories how you spoke about the ingredients in cream. It's really interesting when you do compare.
Yeah, so if anyone looks at their cream, You will notice that a lot of creams have thickeners, emulsifiers, and a lot of thickened cream has beef gelatin. Tell me why we have to put beef gelatin in a cream. I don't know. But this cream, Paul's Pure Cream, is 100% cream, and it is exactly the same price as buying a normal cream. And it's pure. You don't have anything else in it. So, yeah, I noticed that and I was like, no, not for me. So, I've added in my cream. I've added in my butterfly whisk. I'm just opening my Milo. Milo, 50 grams. We're always going to add a little bit of extra Milo, guys, okay? We do more. All right. I've got 65. That'll do. Oh, it's went everywhere. That's okay. I'm not going to add the sugar in because I don't like sugar. So that's just me. And then, sorry, this was very unplanned. So I didn't have my ingredients out. I'm just going to add in some cocoa powder. Again, I'm not going to add in the full amount because I don't like it too rich and I actually like to taste the Milo. So next, we're going to pop on that lid, pop on your cap. It's going to mix for 15 seconds. Mixing.
When you just said it was unplanned, I feel like that's a perfect example of a Thermomix. You can whip up anything really that's in your kitchen. Like it's whether it's your doughs, your lunchbox snacks, dinners. Yeah.
Well, that was like the other day. I had just got home. I had 15 minutes before I had to leave and I needed to put on dinner. And I whipped up the quickest bolognese sauce. It took me 9 minutes to like chop everything, saute everything, put the mince on, and then press set and forget and go. And then hubby finished it off when he was home. So it was just really quick. So I didn't have to, I just chucked everything in and chopped it. So I am going to whip it just for a little bit longer. I like it fluffy. You can hear it. You probably can't, but I can. So you want it fluffy, but I'll how are you going, Ash? Are yours ready?
Yeah, I've got a minute 50 to go. I've currently got kids sniffing around going, is it ready? Is it ready? So even at about 7 o'clock, I had is the desserts ready? No, they are getting cooked live.
So you can see that is the quickest Milo mousse that literally took me next to no time. Like, look how creamy and fluffy that mousse is. So there's my dessert. 30 seconds.
Awesome. Thanks, Alicia.
That's
and like we
right.
said, that was unplanned. So nice and easy just to be like, oh, we need something for dessert. Let's see what we can whip up.
I feel like many of us might be feeling like dessert after seeing the lava cakes when I served them and Milo mousse.
I think so.
Delicious. Yeah. All right, what have we got here? 52 seconds. And I'm just going to turn down a little bit.
Look at that.
So this is what the inside of mine is going to look like. Delicious. While we're waiting, this is the beetroot salad for tomorrow, a massive bowl. I know I will be putting them on wraps for the kids tomorrow, as well as we'll do burger night tomorrow night. I love serving that with some hard-boiled eggs in your modes or using the browning mode to do chicken. What else do I put with it? Everything. Chili tuna. I love having a quick, fresh chopped salad. All right, what have we got? 12 seconds. I am excited. It's just beautiful, isn't it? The sleek black look, being able to grab it, it's right.
And you've got a white kitchen there and it still looks good. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I've got a white kitchen.
This was me. As soon as I saw that a black Thermomix was coming, I almost had a mild heart attack. I was like, that won't go anywhere in my house. Now I want a kitchen renovation and everything black. So it, all right. I am just going to move this out of the way. I'm just going to slide it a little bit, use its wheels. Actually, it's probably easier if I bring you with me, not move that. All right. I'm going to not burn myself in the process of getting one of these out, but let's have a bit of a look as to how these are looking. Oh my gosh, yum. Look at that. Perfect little, I could have used oven mitts, would have been smarter, but look, I'm going to pour that out.
Yum.
Also, I'm going to move it that way, Wes.
Yeah, we need to see
I'm gonna,
inside.
I know. Well, it does say to let them cool slightly,
cool.
but
Oh.
we are not doing that here. Let's see how
like
these
to
come out.
break the rules.
All right. Oh, it's oozing already. I am coming. Look at that. I haven't even oh.
Oh, yum.
Oh my God,
Look at
yum.
it just splurting out. That looks so
Oh
good.
my gosh. Dusted with like a little bit of icing sugar or a big couple of berries. That is just oozing. Yum.
Amazing.
Oh, well, thank you guys for tuning in and watching us cook delicious things because
Perfect.
now I get to eat it.
Yeah, I know.
That's
All
probably
right.
one of the biggest perks.
So good. Alicia, I can see your risotto there. How are we going?
So that has been resting. Now, the key is, like to anything, I'll just put that light up so you can see it a bit better, but it is creamy. It is nice and like it's thicker now. It's not as runny, but it is exactly how you need it to be. It's not mushy. The rice is still completely in shape. So the key is just to let it sit. Now, if you don't have a thermo server, just leave it in your bowl because it is completely insulated and it is the perfect place to let it rest. And that is why having a second bowl is super handy because you can do something else while it's resting in there. But that is my risotto. And then I've got my mousse. And you can see if we weren't on Zoom, how easy and quick that would have been and what you would be able to do in that time that it was cooking. So super handy for everything that you need. So if you're not a Thermomix owner and you want to know something, ask questions. What do you want to know? What do you want to do in your kitchen? Are you wanting to save time? Are you wanting to save money? What are you curious about?
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Alicia. Just checking the chat. All right, so that is us done for tonight. So we've come to you with tandoori paste, cauliflower, rice, creamy coconut chicken curry, some chocolate lava cakes, beetroot salad, a risotto, and our quick and easy Milo mousse that was unplanned. So if you, like we've said multiple times, if you've got any questions, please chuck it in the chat box. Reach out to your consultant if you need. We will be running something again next week. So however you found us this time, hopefully you'll find us again next time. But we will be sending out an email as well with the recipes and things like that too. But you can find us over at had a blank of what my own socials thing was for a minute there. Thermomatrix on Instagram, on Facebook, it is just Tracy Sever, Thermomix consultant. Alicia is Wholesome Mixer, and Ash, I always forget. Can you remind me? Because I've gone blank for you.
Coming in. Yep. I was going to say Alicia too, but yes, I am Thermomix with us. I'm often on here cooking with my little toddler, but
Thermomix
yes,
with
thank
us.
you so
Maybe
much.
this week you'll be cooking with some teens because Ash is getting the taste of what it's like to have 3 teenagers in the house. Welcome to my life. So thank you everyone so much for joining us tonight. I hope to see you again. Thanks so much to Alicia and Ash for joining me tonight.
Thanks for having us.
No worries, you are welcome.
And if there is anything you all want to see as well, please reach out because we love ideas as to what you are wanting to see and
what more of, like dinners, quick and easy, savings. We did do a Varoma class not long ago. Desserts, snacks, whatever it is, we would love to know. But until next time, we'll see you all again soon. Thank you so much.
You can hear my Thermomix cleaning.
Oh, I need to do
Doing
that.
a nice little pre-clean.
We'll stay on.
Love the sound of it.
If anyone wants to ask questions, please, we'll stay on for a couple of minutes. So you are welcome to ask anything.
I do follow Tracy and Ashley on Facebook and YouTube and look for you. Yes, Zoe, I do remember you from our last class. We had a great time. It
was so lovely meeting everyone.
The chat box was great. Thank you all for, sorry.
Hey Zoe, how are you?
Hi Tracy, I'm well, darling. How are you? Hi, ladies.
Good, thank you.
Great
Hi.
session. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're always so beautiful. Thank you.
I'd love to have a bit of a chat. I think it entertains everyone just a little bit. So whether it works or not, I don't know, but I still do it.
No, I love it. I love it.
Good.
Like I said last time, no. Feel free, jump on it all. And it always helps when, there's things going on in the chat box.
That's it better.
It's hard cooking when no one's talking back to you,
It's hard, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. So good. Anyway, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Okay?
See you at the next one.
See ya.
Bye, Zoe.
Bye, Tracy. Bye.
Oh.
Is that just us now? Alicia. Yeah.
That just us.
She came
Should we take a...
Yes.
Oh.
Can you hold up dishes? Who's taking it? You?
I don't know how.
Oh. Okay.
But I want to do it on the laptop because I feel like it's a really good photo. Hang on a second. How do you screenshot? Nathan, how do you take a screenshot on a laptop? How do you screenshot? Help.
I don't even know myself. Chelsea usually does it.
Yeah.
It is shift. I can't remember.
Shift 4, but then you've got to...
Hey, Nath, can you... Oh, no, that wouldn't even help.
Screenshot Mac. It is.
Thank you.
Okay.
Command Shift.
Although, hang on, I've got to.
Hang on, I'll do it in a sec. Hang on a sec.
Yeah, you do it.
Except I've got the talking bit in it. Oh, we're bad luck.
Oh, shit.
Okay, you ready?
Oh, I don't have my mouse, but...
And let me try again.
My risotto's coming out.
I need to get rid of, hang on, this bloody talking bar. Just keep saying Ashley's talking. Okay.
Baba.
1 moment, please. All right. Ready? Cheese. Okay. I don't know what they look like, but hopefully.
Oh, golly. I like that I warmed up at the end. Sorry, guys.
Oh, don't be silly. Didn't notice. It was fine.
You what?
Warmed up.
My anxiety rash at the start. I always get good at the end. I don't know what it is about. I just always freak out at the start. I don't know why.
Sophie must be asleep because she hasn't come out.
That was really informative and good, I feel like.
And do you know what I love though? Because I always think, oh my God, I'll say this and I'll say that. And then I just get so caught up in whatever. But I love that. I think like things that I was like, oh my God, I was going to say that. And then one of you would say it. I'm like, oh yeah, I was going to say that. But I thought to start with, I was like, oh, our timing's, a bit, but then all of a sudden fucking the timing was not okay. Yeah. So sorry about that.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
It happens.
Oh yeah.
Hard to know how long you're going to talk for. And I'd rather not go like too long over, but it was good just shoving something in. So I think next time we do that as well, always just have a quick something like on
Yeah, as backup.
standby. Yeah.
Oh, yum.
Yeah,
Oh my
Zoe.
God, those lava cakes look wicked.
Oh my God, they're so good. Yeah, we've got to send the things through, like post your photos in the chat so we can share and then tag on Insta. I forgot,
Zoe.
Alicia, didn't I remind you to tell me about recording?
Yep. Sorry. I thought it was already recording.
I think it was really good. I even feel like the change of
I
like
felt
you
good
doing the
about it.
tandoori paste, that was a really,
Mm.
And Alicia's so good at filling in the gaps. Like you should,
Yeah, I
Zoom is your
think
thing, girl. Like it's.
Well, remember how I said I watched that Zoom not that long ago and they just had one single person
Yeah, well, that's
that
what
did the
Kelsey
run
was
sheet.
meant to be doing, and then she went and did a friggin' demo or something instead.
Because I think that's really good.
Miguel.
I probably
Chelsea.
should. I forgot to stop recording. Chelsea will watch and be like, "Hey,